Neither guys as much when we are back again. Huh. Forgot about that. Okay, cool. We are back. Send that to my shaman, maybe. What's the name of that character? Metro Shock. Anyway, welcome, Charles. What's up, my friend? Hello. But we're back again today. What's up, man? How's it going? How you been? Alright, let's go ahead and get the missions done. Then we can get started on some keys today. We did manage to have some success yesterday, shockingly enough, honestly. We had a couple of really bad keys. One or two big issues, but I am ready to move on from that one. And today we'll hopefully have better. We had a big problem with sanguine depths yesterday, but then we ended up proving to ourselves that there was no real reason to have any issues in that dungeon. It's actually shocking if you look at the run that caused all the problems compared to the run that we finally finished with. It's quite funny. And that dungeon really easy this week, honestly. I feel like I can do like multiple levels higher. I haven't done a lot of dungeons, like actually a lot of different dungeons yet this week, but theater was actually a 22 we got done yesterday somehow. It was also pretty easy upgrade, even though we had a lot of problems. Those two mini bosses really ate us up. Should have expected that. And that was a mostly problem caused by me too. Well, not necessarily me, but it was like, you know, you can choose basically which ones you fight, and it's just, I don't really know how to do that for some reason. I still haven't really learned, so unfortunately that's the case. Kind of just end up letting RNG handle it, and it doesn't work very well. I think we need to just keep empowering one guy over and over again so he can get somebody else to be a little bit higher here. Lots of experience just naturally. This mission is going to be... Not really that many missions that I would even want to do, so try to send them out on the most experience rich ones, and that'll be that. I don't even plan on doing anything with those, but I guess it's better to just get the experience. Alright, that's that. Are we ready to go? Got some fish in the bags, but not really enough to go back, I don't think. I still have my key. Hall's 22. 21 Plaguefall. Oh, we need that real bad. That would be a good one. Also Plaguefall 22. Either of those sound good to me. And let the herbing and mining begin. Let's go fly around. What other... Oh, World Quest in Revendreth. That might not be a bad thing to do. Oh, we've already invited to the Plaguefall. Okay. Well, we won't be mining urban for long. There goes that herb on the ground. It poured it away from me. Alright, this is what are we doing? Plaguefall? Well, we have a Warlock. It's actually a pretty good comp so far, but we again won't have a disease to spell.
Thrust forces are testing our defenses at the Grove of Awakening.
So apparently...
The might of the wild hunt.
Oh, okay, the Hunter's Necrolord. Sweet. Before he invites a fucking warrior. Okay, he didn't invite that warrior, thank God. This is the 21? Yeah, okay. Another good day of keys, Mr. Brewson. Let's hope so. Yeah, this is going to be really difficult with the disease spell. So obviously Pally not really too good, but it's somewhat popular on Alliance. And Monk obviously tier 1 number 1, so hopefully I can convince him. I got Jatha's last night, but I gave it to someone else that needed it more. I'm not really sure I would use it in keys, honestly. This character feels quite weak. So I don't think I want to sacrifice the secondary stats, honestly. He's probably not going to dispel anyway, so... Alright, well anyway, we're gonna head over.
Tell me of your world.
See, this dungeon is really, it's a pain in the ass to pug, man, I'll tell you what. There's just too many boxes that you need to check mark in. It's kind of strange. Necroloid's usually the hard thing to find. Easy week for pugging? The week? I don't know. It's a good week because it follows a good week, so that's usually people have keys like higher than they should. Like this week I have a 22 instead of a 21, right? But fix wise, yeah, don't really think about it like that. Grievous does not sound like a good affix for pugging though. Compared to last week, no, not even close.
Research continues, apprentice. Perhaps you can help gather the necessary.
I can try, but actually I have to go, so you won't be able to try. See, this is why this key is so difficult to pug. Because it requires, like, pretty much the whole group. To actually contribute in some way, utility-wise. I'm hoping 9.2 comes out. Oh, no, that's not happening yet. 0% chance that'll happen. They don't just randomly drop it. They'll announce it at least a week in advance. I think we were just talking about this yesterday, actually, but 9.1 was announced 10 days in advance. That's the lowest amount of time they've ever announced something. So at best, you might see it 2 weeks from now. Somehow it might still come out, even though today's Wednesday. They might still announce, but we don't even have a release candidate yet, so that's not happening. There has to be a release candidate first before the patch can be, like, before they consider it deployable. So whenever you see a release candidate on the PTR, then you know it's coming. Until that happens, not happening. I doubt it would be in February, honestly. Hey Craig, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Welcome. Seems like a March patch, 100%. Which I'm worried about because, well, first of all, golf, obviously, but I think I'm at this point now where I expect to not golf at all in the spring. But my birthday is the 6th. So I really hope something lines up there. I don't know, we'll see. I just have a feeling that March is usually my favorite month of the year, and it's probably going to be an unfortunate month this year. A bunch of my favorite hobbies are all going to compete for my interest in March, and I'm not going to be able to enjoy them all. Because college basketball is something I'm going to be watching, one way or the other. So it means I'm either going to be missing out on WoW, or golf, or both. And it's probably going to be both at this point. Brian Hamilton, welcome. How you doing? How are you guys? So hopefully this patch can come before March. That would be nice. That'd be ideal. Like, how many Tuesdays do we actually have left? 1, 2, 3. I know. No, we don't even have 3. Yeah, so we're fucked. Yeah, so that's probably not happening one way or the other. If it come out March 1st, that would be really nice. But if it comes out like March 15th, then then I'm fucked pretty much. Really like your new Tazavesh video, Jammy. Since I never really cared to do Tazavesh before. Good. I'm glad you're feeling that way. Please tell everybody you know who also is in that boat to start looking into it. It's really going to be a problem. Anyway, I'm pretty new to the game, but I'm trying to improve. Could you explain what macros are? Macros? They're just like a big block of text that you press on a single button instead of having to type it all. Usually people use macros for executing code or something that you would never really be able to type. But it's basically just like a keybind to copy paste a huge wall of text at every given time you press it. That's all a macro really is. Anyway, I've always made sure to watch on how to do dungeons before I do them, but I realize most people don't do that. Well, that's good. I mean, it's not necessarily about that, though. It's more about, like, that dungeon specifically. Like, it's, like, think about it, right? Because the week that, you know, whatever week starts, the season has the potential to be a hard week, hard to fixes, I don't know. But then imagine you get a key like Mist Eternus Scythe, right? Historically, pretty easy dungeon. You already know it very well. You've done it for over a year now. Okay, great. That key you get, it upgrades into Tazavesh. That key's dead now, right? People don't actually know how to do Tazavesh. So, it's like not good. Like people are actually... This is really bad because at least in the previous 2 seasons, that dungeon that they added was more done. Like I feel like people did Karazhan and Mechagon a lot because there was reasons. You know, there was I don't really remember Karazhan, but I know in Mechagon there was the essences and there was all the achievements and the hard mode and everything was really popular. But I don't really think Tazavesh is the same way. I know a lot of people who were successful players that did not even enter Tazavesh because the only thing for them there was gear and they never needed it. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with Shadowlands. Like they listen to all these fucking idiots who said take all these things out of the game, and now you have dungeons that literally have no purpose. So it's kind of unfortunate, and that's going to be a huge issue in the opening weeks of this season. Because there's just going to be a lot of people who genuinely do not know how to do these dungeons. I use mouse over macros for my healer, yeah. For healing, I would recommend using Voodoo, or an add-on like Voodoo. I think they call that click-through macroing. Basically allows you to keybind your spells, or keybind your mouse presses, which actually I think is a thing in the game now, isn't it? Or is that coming in 9.2? I think you can do that without an add-on now. So I would heavily recommend that. So like if I right-click this person, well it's me. If I right-click me, I could flash heal, or left-click me, I could holy light, kind of thing like that. I think that's actually in the game. Oh no, I think it's in 9.2, yeah. I think that's in 9.2, because I remember looking at that on the PTR now that I think about it. Well, they listen to snowflakes. Yeah, they just listen to people who haven't really thought their own opinion out all the way. And they don't realize that what they're suggesting is actually going to be detrimental to the game. And so I think it's pretty clear that the people they listened to for Shadowlands were the wrong people to listen to. Even though I did agree with the concept of covenants originally, that was basically directly made because of feedback they were given from BFA, where people didn't feel like they had much control over how to empower their character. That was something that a lot of people were complaining about in Season 1. Because the Azerite armor was hard to get, and it was very boring. BFA is the worst expansion, right? No. BFA is pretty good, actually. WAD is the worst expansion. Delivered the least amount of content. I've tried Voodoo and Healbot. Didn't really like it. Well, it's definitely faster to use those add-ons. Using a keybind on top of targeting is just one step slower, right? But whatever works for you. Guess it's not that big of a deal regardless, but any new healer, definitely you want to look into clicking. However, I think some classes like Survival Honor, Frost TK, and Fury Warrior will sadly remain the same with no changes even on next expansion. Well, those what's wrong with those classes? I think classes in general are the best they've ever been, and I do think, yeah, I do think that they will change. They will stay the same, and I would like that. I think that would be good. I don't want to see them make any more big class changes at this point. This game is too old for that. You can't keep radically changing classes every 2 years or whatever. It dramatically altered why and how I played the game a while back, and it's like, man, if that just kept happening, like if they ever did that same thing to Blood DK, I don't know what I would do at this point. If they changed Holy Pally, if they changed Blood DK like they changed Holy Pally and Legion from WoD to Legion, I don't know what I would do at this point. I would be so upset. Because this is something I'm absolutely in love now. And I used to really like Holy Pally, but I don't think I was ever properly in love with it. I think I was always kind of waiting. And now that I finally found what I'm actually in love with, it would be devastating if they did any major changes to that. They have the same rotation since Legion. That's perfect, yeah. That's exactly what you should want. Now you know exactly what that class is, so if you like it, you like it, and if you don't, then don't play it. I mean, Blood DK has had very similar things since Legion as well, and that's perfect. That is the ideal situation. Will Titan Forging make a comeback? No, I doubt it. Hopefully they'll come up with something more creative, though. It doesn't have to be Titan Forging. It just has to be something that makes content repeatable infinitely. So if they want to make that a currency or even like fucking cosmetics or something, I don't know, but it's just not good how these dungeons have no value outside of the content. Like, that's it. Once you're geared, there's nothing to do in them. I've enjoyed every expansion to the fullest. I simply see it as a game for fun and nothing else. Yes, some things can be annoying, but I overlook... Yeah, that's the really... that's definitely the way you want to play the game. There's going to be things... It's too big of a game, right? There's going to be things that you don't like. So you have to come... You know, have to realize what those things are and try to avoid them if they bother you too much. I mean, come on. Coordinated Assault, still a thing for raids. Breath of Sindragosa for both raids and Mythic Plus. Imagine playing that for over 5 years. If I liked it, I could definitely, yeah. Are you serious? I don't know. We don't agree on that, so. And we won't ever agree on that. Changing the class that people are pouring their heart and soul into for no reason whatsoever, like you're seemingly suggesting, is a fucking awful idea. It's got to be one of the worst ideas they could ever do. And they have done it in the past, so I see why you might be interested in it happening, but...
It seems Deathfang needs some exercise.
Definitely agree for the dungeon part. What about the Tazavesh conversation? But yeah, hopefully the days of wild changes are behind us. Like, let's put it this way. If they just change survival back to arranged, my god, man. Like, that would just be so... I don't know. It would be so disappointing, I feel like. I know a lot of people who now are, like, really big into survival, and it would just be what a mess that would be to change that again. How do you feel about something like survival, then? Yeah, I like survival. I think it's a pretty interesting spec. Like, as a gameplay, you know, just from gameplay status, it seems really fun. And you know what the coolest thing about survival is? You can play a ranged survival hunter if you really want to. I was testing it out. It's pretty interesting. Obviously, it's never going to do as much damage as melee survival hunter, but they did actually even just buff its interrupt to be a ranged interrupt now. So it's like, wow, they're good with it. It's like they saw me testing it out. Farming while waiting for groups. Yep, that's what we do. That's what we do here on Alliance, because it takes a long time to get a key. Anyway, they don't have to make big changes. What I'm saying is they make some talents viable. Well, that's not what you said at all. Not even close, so. Anyway, what about Demo? Do you like that playstyle? I've never played Demo once. I think I spec'd it for like one session of a leveling challenge, but I don't. That was like level 20 or something, so. I love my Survival Hunter all. It's very fun. It's a very interesting spec, to be honest. Like, some spells were introduced, but you could never really use them since they are useless, even if they seem smooth and fun. Well, so I think a lot of what that is is bad look on the community's part. Like, I highly doubt those talents are useless. I think people are just fucking, they can't see past their own nose, you know what I mean? I highly doubt that every single thing that you're talking about is so undertuned that it can't be used anywhere. I highly doubt that's the case. But if it is, then I support the idea of not having that be the case. But usually when people say it's non-viable or whatever bullshit they say, it's usually because they're just not thinking outside of the content they're doing. Like, for example, in Season 1, Unholy DK was clearly the best, one of the best specs in the game, right? It was actually like top 3 DPS specs in the game, and everybody was playing Unholy. But Frost was actually far better for PvP, and the best PvPers in the world were Frost. So I always thought that was funny because like everybody I know was like, you can't play Frost. Why would you even think about playing Frost, lol? And it's like, well, here you go, one of the best PvP specs in the world. So kind of funny. There's always a lot of different things to consider, and even if it's not something competitive, there's, you know, cool reasons to use certain talents and PvP spells and stuff. What else? Let's go for the Alliance. Yep. If they bring back anything, they need to bring back DK's ores so we can tank as Frost. Nah, that won't ever happen. I hope they never take our snapshotting away from us ferals. Oh boy, feral. Well, I hope that whatever you enjoy about feral can continue to be enjoying for you, for sure. 100%. I don't know, I'd like to see as many dungeons as we had in Legion. It doesn't need to be 1,000,000. Oh yeah. Well, there was the same amount of dungeons in Legion at launch as there is now in Shadowlands, so. I don't think they should just be adding dungeons randomly, but usually what they do, it seems like they do dungeons based on the theme, right? So I don't even know where would 2 more dungeons even be at this point.
You're welcome to try.
Can you add a 3rd dungeon to Maldraxxus? I don't think so. Just kind of a function of what the expansion offers from the zone standpoint. Feral is a blast right now in PvP. Single target boss. Nice. I'm glad you enjoy it. Shame about the recent nerfs then, yet again, huh? Feel like we're struggling. Healer is dead. We're fighting a single target. That's not good. Maybe use Spirit Link, huh? There it is. Guy's not saying it is dead. No, I don't think I've ever seen this go worse. The worst I've ever seen a lieutenant go. It's odd.
Now claim its power as
You gonna do mythic rating next patch? No, probably not. No necro. We have a necro. The hunter is necro. They can bring a dungeon to the maw, can they? Where would they put it? That shaman is on the struggle bus. Yeah, you're right about that. Healer is struggling. Correct. To be fair, he's right though. Nobody used any type of offensive CDs there, it seems. Well, that went pretty well. Necromark's kind of slams. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've never really seen anyone do it, so I just wasn't sure. Spiteful was chasing him. Yeah, unlucky on that front too, to be fair. 1 out of 4 chance for that to happen, and it shows him. Hitting 3 explosive shots is awesome. Oh, yeah. See, they buffed the fuck out of that at one point, didn't they? I remember in the beginning of the expansion, it was like legitimately awful. Same with Flayed Shot, I think, right? I think we just sit on Rune Weapon at this point, even though it might even be back up. Just need to make sure I survive this next pack. This next pack is going to be the hardest pack in the game. In the dungeon. Shaman has Earthbind Totem and Spirit Walker's Grace, though. Yeah, you have another look at what happened there. There was nowhere he can go. It was pretty bad, unfortunately. I have to agree that that was really unfortunate. Okay, so unfortunately, we don't actually get the fucking big guy immediately, which is definitely not good. Maybe it's not bad, though. We'll see. We can't really not get him, so... This is like very high chance to die here. I need to play perfectly. I do have Hellstones. Yeah, actually, this might work out. Because these mobs are now dead, and so is the fucking healer. These mobs are now dead. Okay, that definitely could have went worse. Do it all over again right now. AMS the first set. PF feels really hard. It's so much harder than with it, yeah. This disease is brutal, dude. I mean, I'm all stats, right? Like, that's the only reason the DK can function is because of strength and stamina. So when you take 20% of that away, it's like, holy fuck. That is brutal. And it lasts so goddamn long, too. It's insane. 30 seconds. So if they reapply it as they die, like they just did there, I'm now sitting here for fucking 20 seconds waiting for the next pack to be able to pull. Ron knocking the mob the wrong direction. Alright, that's boss time next. What all does strength do for blood decay? More parry and more armor, right? I think. I have to look at it again, honestly, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure more armor, right? That's the big thing. Also, I know it definitely increases parry, though, yeah. It's because this bone shield thing is based on your strength, I believe. Yeah, that's what it is. Strength, the bone shield thing is based on your strength. So you get 1,365 armor when you have bone shield up, and that number is based on your strength. More armor from bone shield. That's what it is. Yeah. Does strength have anything to do with death strike size? No. That would be like versatility and then how much damage you take. Okay, well that was fine.
That was a mere taste of what the plague can do. Once I control it, all of Maldraxxus will pay for what they've done.
Fucking disease, Jesus Christ, 5 stacks. Brutal. I've gotten into the point where I leave groups if there isn't a disease spell. I see. Well, I need this key. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. Should still be an easy upgrade. It's just a lot harder. So we just need to let these stacks drop, and then we can pull both here. Okay, good. What's going on? Trying to aggro those, and they're not aggroing for some reason. Oh, we have a rot marrow slime. Awkward. Actually, like, we're probably good. This guy doesn't really do that much damage.
Remove it at the source.
If it was so good on, we'd still be in trouble, but... Last week I remember going into Sogadon with 10 stacks of that debuff, and he almost one-shot me.
Slain. Now, claim its power as your own.
Wonderful! More test subjects! Unleash the plague borers!
Well, we're fucked now. We need to use a battle res. Yeah, that's really bad. What are they doing?
I will dissect you myself.
Okay, it's not really that big of a deal. It just means we won't be able to get the trash, which is unlikely to happen anyway, it feels like half the time. Your group forgot a stun. Yep, they don't actually have any stuns, unfortunately. We both of us used our stun on the first mob, and that was the only option. The shaman, basically, yeah, he was the only other option. $20 still here, though. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all, as long as we don't continue to have... That's pretty much it. Like, we're now done with the disease issues from the pulling perspective. They'll still be dangerous to spells later for everyone else, but we don't need to worry about it. Like, the boss itself is not going to be an issue, at least. It's usually the place you need the disease to spell the most. Still going strong? Yes, sir. This would be like a massive... be like 2 levels higher than my lowest key, or my next key, so.
Who dares intrude on my laboratory? When I find you, I'll be happy to demonstrate my research.
Doesn't work like that. Maybe if I was faster, it would work.
One of the more ruthless Marsworn.
Faruth! My man, give me that buff. You're gonna help me out a lot here, buddy. Buddy. This guy's a little bit more active with the spirit linking, at least. They haven't been great uses, but it's better than not using it. Which is what most shamans do.
To the victor goes the anima. Claim your power, Maw Walkers.
Ugh, that's really unfortunate. This might work out really well. Probably not. No, it's going to take too long to die, I think. Maybe not. Yeah, this might... Oh, he's jumping here? Oh, right. I was looking at it wrong. Well, it's still good. We can still pull him pretty soon. And they killed it on over there. Alright, Clueless.
Comprehend my genius. Now to test this slime on you.
I had a tank last week and we double upgraded 22 in here. He moaned that we didn't do good enough and wasn't joking, calling everyone morons. It's weird. Unlucky.
An infusion of aggression should do nicely. The next procedure will be a real blowout. What this needs is some flesh. Consume. An infusion of aggression should do nicely.
That's unfortunate. I also have no disease dispel for Burning Strain. What is it doing? It's like putting traps and shit down. It was like, it went okay for a pug. Oh, congrats on the 22, man. Wait, what? Alright, that was not great, and this is probably not going to be an upgrade. It's like 13 minutes now at this point. Doesn't seem good anymore. That was a very slow boss considering it's not tyrannical. Almost 3 minutes. That's doesn't seem very good. I don't know. We'll see.
That is the plague's true power. It lingers, festers, destroys everything it touches, even the victor.
Greetings, Bynum. What's up, buddy? How's it going, man?
Beware. You approach a powerful servant of the jailer.
This one definitely needs to be purged.
Have you reached out and seized the plague? The House of
Hello, Yuri. Welcome. How you doing?
I will correct his mistake. All will suffer as the house
Yeah, doing great. Unlock Void Ops. I was going to level up my Warlock, but it seems like the class is least interesting as no spec. Oh, yeah, they have, like, fucking no actual spells. Really weird. They get some cool talents, though, to be fair. But, yeah. The class, as a baseline, if you even just look at, like, the regular spell book, it's, like, got nothing in it. It has Shadow Bolt. That's pretty much it.
Take the beast's power. You will need it for the dangers ahead.
Okay, perfect. Where's the other set? That definitely could have went where I probably should not taken the sniper, huh? I don't know why I took the sniper. Does a lot of damage, I guess. Yo, bro, how are you? I'm doing all right. How about you? Sounds like a classic rotation. Well, the thing that's disappointing is like they do have corruption, but it does so fucking little damage. I'm not sure it's even worth putting up. And it's a cast time. The funniest thing about that. They have corruption and it's a cast time. How funny is that? I'm okay too. Have a nice stream. Alright. I'll try to do that. Failed. Alright, boss, 7.5 minutes. Probably not going to work out, but we'll find out together. Last area is not really going to be that fast, unfortunately, because of all the spitefuls.
A single scratch is all it will take. No target has escaped me. Fear the dagger in the dark. A single scratch is all it will take. I will slay you where you stand. My blades will rend your flesh. Your demise comes from the shadows. A single scratch is all it will take. No target has escaped me. Fear the dagger in the dark.
Oh my god, Metro, you would not believe that shaman on the other side that was absolutely awful in my group to do the Love Rocket event is in my group to do the Love. The other side, well, I don't remember. Limpkin, I don't remember. Oh yeah, that's funny. Eventually you run into the people everybody have. Did you try playing as a monk? Do you like this tank? I did play it a long time ago, but not recently. It does seem like it would be very interesting. Just my issue with tanking right now is that Blood Decay is so fun. Like, it's actually the most fun I've had on Blood Decay in a long time. That I just don't want to do anything other than Blood Decay. Even though other specs might be fun and I might enjoy them, it's just like, it's going to be really hard to play something other than Blood Decay because I know Blood Decay is always in the corner waiting for me kind of thing, you know?
Who trespasses upon the house of blaze? Who seeks that which cannot be controlled? If you so desire this power, then come and claim it. Let it claim you.
Welcome. We've been expecting you.
Watching your stream always. I know you love Blood Decay. I'm starting to play Blood Decay after your stream, Streetman. Well, I'm glad that you like it. The stream, that is. Yeah, I think Brewmaster would probably... Brewmaster might even be like... It could easily be my second favorite tank. The thing is, when I played Brewmaster and Mop, the thing I liked the most about it was kind of like a reverse Death Knight. And apparently it's got a lot of elements of that again in this expansion. So it's very possible that I would still like it. But, yeah, like I said, I just don't actually... I don't know. Plus, I don't really... I feel like I don't have a single race that I would want to be a monk on. I made my monk Zandalari, and even that was kind of like a... There's just not a good race for monk, I feel like. Panda is obviously the best, but I just really don't like the panda stuff.
Keepers of rot, heed my call. The mother of plagues comes for you.
Culturian? I actually don't have Culturian unlocked. I need to look into how to do that, to be honest. Yeah, maybe Culturian, actually. Yeah, it won't be an upgrade, though. I might still get a point or two. This is going to be like 2 levels higher. I have 19 only, so... Oh god, what the fuck, I pressed the wrong button. Awkward. Good thing is, people are probably so unaware of what that ad even does that nobody would ever look to criticize me for that. Man. Even with Lust, there's still really bad single target in this group. Warlock not renowned for single target right now, though. Or its survivability, apparently. So all the wrong buttons. Couldn't be doing things worse, honestly. You gonna res him? The lock is struggling for sure. Alright. Don't think we'll be getting a point for this. They are lost, yes. It's kind of embarrassing, honestly. This group is completely unaware, correct. Either that or they never play with the Blood Decay. Yeah, no, they're completely unaware. I've released this mob like 3 or 4 times and re-controlled it since I've had it, so. If you don't see a mob randomly appearing and then going away, you are lost. You're fucking lost. Error 404, awareness not found. I got 2 points for that still. It's funny. A defender in the middle of a boss fight? That's normal. Alright. We got some gloves that I should hang on to. Haste verse better than crit haste. Hang on to those. Anyway, I love that go, go, go from Hunter. Yeah, well, yeah, I get why he was in a rush, obviously. I've been Necro since day 1. Oh, that's interesting. Well, there you go. Alright, well, that did not bear fruit. But we got something. First key in the books. See what else we got out there. Can't see 21. 21 Necrotic Wake. Let's do that. Actually, I have 21 Necrotic Wake. Oh, no, I don't. Okay, good. Well, we'll do either of these. What's that Hunter's damage breakdown? There you go. I don't even see Death Chakram on there. Where is that? Oh, right there. Pretty low. That's weird. What are we getting invited to? The Necrotic Wake? Sweet. Did someone count the times the healer post stuff in chat, either typing or add-on? Didn't see it. You don't want to see the guy from yesterday then. This guy literally was fucking like spamming a fucking macro over and over and over again about him drinking at something. Oh no, he's not using the BIS legendary. Yeah, he actually said that. I guess that's what he meant. He said I have the wrong legendary on. So that must have been why he said it. Dead in Euro. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate combination of things. He's a hipster hunter. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, nice. That means he has his bow attached to his hip instead of his back. Is that what you mean? That's a feels badman. It's really the only thing that makes Necro even worth playing, yeah. What is it, the Necro specific legendary or something? Oh, what's this guy's resto? I assume, or this guy's Kyron, right? Resto Shaman. Yes. So that's good. So we pretty much already have everything we need. We got Bloodlust and Kyron. That's all we need. Hey, good thing they didn't make 5 covenants. People who want 10 dungeons, that's probably the most realistic way to get to 10 dungeons is have 5 zones and 5 covenants. But man, these dungeons are hard to find the right covenant for at times. Well, we are now only 12 points away. This should give like, oh, the rune stack. I just don't know where. I thought it showed up on the map. I don't actually know where you summon this thing. The only reason I have it on my main DK is because it was like just randomly in front of me one day and I just killed it. I feel like it's up there somewhere. Up top. Starts running down the main entrance road. Is that how it works? So what path does it take when it gets to here? Probably won't actually get to there. How high is your main score? 2577, I believe. Is it? No. That's that up there. Hopefully I'll reach that on this character, but probably not, unfortunately. If there was another push week to come still, then maybe there'd be a chance, but I don't know if there's enough time. It's really hard to find good keys on bad weeks. Finally caught a live. Heimno plays. I've been watching replays the past few days. Recently started Blood DK, and your videos have been a huge help. Thanks for what you do, my guy. Oh, sweet, man. So what started you watching? I'm always interested to learn what was like the first thing that you found and how did you find it, I guess. So I can learn from that and hopefully reach more people. Hey, Sordin, welcome back. Thanks anyway. Thank you for your Season 2 Mythic Plus guide. It's been a big help for me too. Sweet. So that's your answer to that question? Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to keep making stuff like that. More to come. Season 3 on its way. Just kind of waiting for that to launch. Then we got big video plans. Going to make I want to make a series of like a bunch of really short videos showing how one specific thing should be done right. And then maybe explaining it. Your last gameplay review of Spear of Ascension was so good, Metro. Your last gameplay review of you mean Spires of Ascension? Yeah. That was the one with Geg, right? I'm glad you liked it. What made you like it so much? Was there anything specific? Was just YouTubing for Blood DK Mythic Plus replays and reviews and all that, and one of your streams came up. I tend to play those in the background at work. That's awesome. That's really cool. Thanks for taking the time to explain that. Do you have feedback on what you think on Encrypted? I have a whole video on it already. It's the pinned video on the channel, but nothing really. I mean, we'll see how it's played out socially, you know? I can't really predict that, unfortunately. I know how I would handle it and what I would do, but other people surprise me too often in this game, so we'll see. Might be that everybody wants to skip everything. Might be that nobody ever wants to skip anything. I don't know. One, I finally saw the weapon buff that dropped on the floor. Oh, yeah, that's funny. I found the stream searching Blood DK on YouTube. Interesting. So a lot of you guys just kind of were already looking for what I was providing without me having to help you find it. That's interesting. 2, the positioning on the last boss to avoid that, to get the boss running around. Oh, good, you didn't know about that. Yeah, that's going to be a video on its own. There's actually like 3 or 4 things at Spires that are really good. Did you say you had a video on comparing Horde and Lions? Yep, that's going to go live sometime this week. I don't know when. I just need to find a good day to put it live. It's all ready to go. Just need to get it live. Do you know if the relics have true sight? Oh, that's a good question. I didn't test that, I don't think. No, they can't. There's no way. That would be so fucked. If they give you a way to like stealth constantly and then they have true sight, that would be so fucked. I don't remember. Maybe we did test it. I don't remember. I think the answer is I didn't test it, but... Oh, here's that Zoid guy again. He's Demo. Last time we played with him, he was Demo. And that was not great. Still is Demo. Isn't that a Summon Infernal? Isn't that a Destro legendary? I also stuck around more than a passing viewer because you're Knife over Ventir and I like your attitude, so the longer streams are easy to take in. Oh, well, cool. That's great. I'm glad that it all works out. Do you think it would be good if one of the relic powers was giving... No way. No. Let's not mess up with the count any more than it's already going to. That would be fucking crazy. Reduces Tyrant for Demo and Dark Glare for Affliction. So it's just bug that says what it says. Summon Infernal. Just a bug of some sort? Okay. Okay, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yet another of the Kyrian's loyal servants. Have you come here to be slaughtered as well? This temple was merely the first to fall. Soon, all of Bastion will burn.
It reduces Infernal for Destro, yeah. I see. Just like not showing up as Demo for me for some reason. I assume it changes when you change spec. It's not like you have to craft a different one or something like that, right? No, that's not how they work. That's not how they work.
lurks nearby. Expel it with haste.
Just sit on the other stuff. Don't really want to be using the trinket here.
Well fought. Now claim its power as your own.
Take that, even though it's unlikely I'll need it. This is gonna be another one of those groups that nobody takes the fucking weapons, huh? Accidentally gripped to nowhere, so the mob didn't stop casting. Demo is actually the worst spec rated by the stats in the game right now, which is shocking, but I guess it's not surprising because Warlock definitely is not a very good class as it is, so. Doesn't do much AoE like Feral. That legendary is pure single target. Oh, really? Well, that's part of the issue then, I guess. Which is weird, because in BFA they were like doing crazy kind of like cleave. I remember that Call Dreadstalker spell got buffed by like a massive amount in Season 2 of BFA, and it was like ridiculous damage in keys. I played Demo. The amount of ramp up time means you're meticulously planning every pull. Oh, interesting. So it's hard to play on top of that. That's funny. Yeah, well, you know what? Now Thor the Rhinebender, I don't give a fuck, dude. We're literally coming to kill your ass. I don't care about what your emotions on this topic are. Like, are you fucking serious, dude? This guy is such a poser, man. Just get over yourself. We're gonna literally throw a fucking hammer at your ass and break your only hard mechanic. So I hope you feel bad about that. Fucking worried about this goddamn dude and his stitch flesh bullshit. Anyway, was always curious about what that weak orb above just your health bar. The square that slowly goes down. The square that slowly goes down. I'm not sure what you mean, sorry. Oh. That's a duration tracker for Vamp Blood and Dancing Rune Weapon. Kind of don't really use that anymore, unfortunately. There used to be a lot more reasons to have that. Mostly because of Umbilicus. Then I would know exactly when Umbilicus was about to start, because I couldn't find a way to track that otherwise. But that's kind of really antiquated at this point, but I keep it just in case I need it. It's nice for Rune Weapon, especially because every once in a while you really need to see that. Important to figure out if I'm going to parry or not, you know? Damn, next you gotta go off on Muzala. Man, Muzala's like... He's gonna get it too, I think, yeah. That fucking noob. Gotcha. I've been gathering weak cores to test with my UI and wasn't sure what that one was for. I see, yeah. That one's just basically tracking the duration of it. There's more, there's cleaner ways to do it as well, which I should probably be considering at this point, but... I'm very lackadaisical when it comes to changing things that don't bother me. Like, there's no reason to change some of the things that I currently have going on, so I'm fine with the status quo, I guess, eventually, is the way to put it. That lock just ate a frontal cleave and lived. Yeah, they are definitely tanky. They have like a passive absorb shield that's just going to be on them like 100% of the time.
How may I be of use?
Face me, Necromancer. Thanatos will be avenged.
Are you so eager to share your underling's fate? Your vaunted courage will be your doom. Your temple lies in ruin. Your brethren are butchered. You have already lost.
Fire monster.
Demon locks have a tendency...
Metro, what do you think is the best healer for Mythic
Best
Plus?
healer?
Blood Death
Blood
Knight.
Death Knight, yeah, Tim. And a membership message as well. Alright, well that's bad. Are we just wipe at this point? We can kill Skull, then at least we'll salvage the pack. And we will kill Skull. Good, I'll die now. Anyway, Demo has locks have a tendency to run more stamina than other lock builds since the demon scales with their stamina and Tyrant gets extra damage. Yeah, I've heard that, but there's no real way to build stamina as a Clothy, right? Like, or maybe just take the highest item level gear, is that? I don't know. It's not like there's like stamina enchants or something, right? Or actually, maybe, are there? No, I think there's... actually, no. There's no real way to build stamina. Tanks, yeah, definitely.
I have many ways.
You can take trinkets and stuff. Unsure if they still do it, but in Season 1 they were running the PvP trinket that gave huge stamina on use. Oh, interesting. Hello, Jenny Henson. Welcome. How you doing?
Dark magic coalesces here. Remove it at the source.
Always glad to see new faces. We've seen a few today. I know in raids, yeah, the warrior thing is obviously a nice trick. But the that's, well, I guess we do have a warrior in the 5-man. Has he even used Rallying Cry once? I'm not sure. I haven't really noticed.
The creature is slain. Now, claim its power as your own.
Not looking that tanky. These guys are putting this key through the ringer here, making it look as hard as you can. You're gonna have the guy build the.
Welcome, friend. Is there work to be done?
Have him click it. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. Nice work. No rush. I mean, this isn't really a timed instance. I mean, I guess technically it is. We didn't actually kill that, right? Oh no, it's right there. Okay. Would be funny if they could be Tauren for more HP. Oh yeah, Tauren Warlock. That would be funny. I had a fucking feeling that was gonna happen. Yeah, this is just such a silly dungeon. That time it was Braun. Braun always seems to do more harm than good. Sometimes he's useful, but he definitely doesn't heal or DPS a lot, that's for sure. Disappointing. It's pretty disappointing how bad keys are going this week, because none of this shit has anything to do with the affix. It's actually strange. Like, this could be a very good week for us if we were just not... I don't even know what to say. Like, playing with idiots, I guess? Like, I'm not really sure at this point, but this is kind of fucking honestly getting annoying. As always, he's giving his best, and that's what matters. Who, Braun? He's just too overzealous at times, I think is the problem. He gives his best too vigorously. He's always a little headstrong, you know? Like, just chill out, Braun. You don't need to rush into things. Be a little bit more tactical, Mr. Robot. It's the purpose you were made for, after all. Okay, I guess we're using rune weapon here. I recently swapped to Alliance from Horde for a friend. One of the reasons your titles caught my attention. And the main difference, and the main difference is genuinely And man, the difference is genuinely mind-blowing. I expected something, but not to this extent. Yeah, you mean like the player base? It's actually shocking how much more interesting playing on Alliances than Horde right now for me. Like, I don't want to just give up my old characters, but like I'm genuinely considering like leveling all new characters on this realm just to continue what I like about having multiple characters but on this realm. The thing is, I guess soon it won't matter. But not that soon. Where's that guy threat? Did he taunt? And it's doing 5k DPS. I don't think that's enough to pull threat.
Goes the anima. Claim your power, Maw Walkers.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No matter. My minions. The fallen shall serve me again.
You might have taunted with the parry ability to try to help you. Oh, right, maybe. I don't need help. Not on that guy. Do it later in the dungeon, maybe. Even there, I don't think I need it.
With sacrifice comes victory. My soldiers rise once more.
Oh, I forgot to fucking release the mob. That crossbowman is not even touched. Literally 100% health. Good morning, Jace. Welcome. How you doing? Luckily, the boss is dead, because otherwise we were about to probably wipe there. What do you think about Tombstone for more Dancing Rune weapon? Yeah, I don't think I'd ever use it as Night Fae, but I think it's a good idea if you're not Night Fae. This is going really similar to all my Necrotic Wakes. That's a shame. It's really not going that badly. This dungeon is so lenient. It's about to solve a major problem with it right here by doing this.
Prepare to strike at the next temple.
By almost dying is what I mean to say. What was the hardest part of learning Blood DK for you? Or the part you still think you can improve on? Yeah, I don't really know. It's so long ago, you know. It's hard to remember all the basics. I think it's just getting used to the playstyle, you know what I mean? Like, just putting in reps, like, you really gotta put in a lot of reps to get good at this spec, because it's so different than other tanks. So I used to play a warrior tank a long time ago back in the day, and I played a lot of paladin tank along the way, because my main used to be a holy pally, so it wasn't that crazy, but yeah, getting used to that was definitely a tough part.
Beware. You approach a powerful servant of the jailer. Beware.
I think like the biggest, I'm not very good at like the overly basic stuff, but I would say like the biggest basic tip I can give is don't sit on your CDs. Use your CDs as often as possible, especially with Dancing Rune Weapon. You're going to have your major CDs up a lot over the course of a dungeon. So sitting on them, if you're sitting on them, you should definitely know why you're doing it. And sometimes I do it, and sometimes it's not a good choice, but I always feel like I know why I'm doing it if I do it. And that's really important.
Beware.
Starter pack with no CDs or resources because you just wiped is so hard to survive. Yep. Yeah, that's why I don't even fucking take reses. Just no reason to. I'll never get threat back anyway, and I'm not gonna have any resources, so I'm probably gonna die again anyway. It actually almost happened on the theater before when I ran back and almost died again. I'm a Holy Pally main. Healer main really. Decided to pick up blood since it's the only healer I haven't learned. That's funny. That's funny though. Seems like I know a lot of people who start as a Holy Pally and then switch to Blood DK. Paladin to DK just seems like such a great progression, to be honest. Like it's got lore backing it up, you know what I mean? It's awesome. Gotta make sure I recognize which one is mine and which one isn't. So I don't know, can you actually keep this guy the whole time? I don't know. That was not mine. That one is mine, the other one's dead. Jix actually posted a picture of how much damage this thing did, and I was like, yeah, okay, let's try it out. I'm not actually sure how long you can keep it for, because I'm pretty sure you have to kill every single thing up here, otherwise the boss won't come out. So I guess we'll find that out today. Plus it's like a constant interrupt as well, which is somewhat nice. This part's starting, so I guess, yeah, maybe we can't keep it the whole time. That was dumb. I blocked the wrong one. I saw he had both, and I blocked the one that was going to hit the mob and not the one that was going to hit him. So that was a pretty big error there. That honestly might... Okay, now he's dead. That honestly might make an even bigger error. How is this guy still not here? What the fuck is he doing? Did he leave the dungeon? Elysian hold? Did he leave? Mind control mobs still let you continue. They use the hook guide to basically kill last two bosses in the Great Push. Well, that's interesting because in Season 1 I tried doing this and the shit wouldn't come out. So I don't know if they changed it or what, but... I've never seen somebody actually just leave the dungeon before. Not like leave the group, but leave the dungeon. Some of the real growing pains is memorizing which pulls are danger and rotating the CDs. Well, so that's what I'm saying. That's not a problem for Blood DK because you have so many CDs up so frequently that you talking about it like that. That's the problem instead. Like you don't want to rotate. You don't want to worry about that. You just use them every time they're up. And then when a new one comes up, and you know, like sometimes there'll be times when it's like, fuck, I really need it for the start of this pack instead of the end of the current pack. That's the time you save it. And other than that, you don't. I see the warrior is living up to his class expectation. Yeah, just a repeatedly bad class, honestly.
Hey man, don't think you'll remember me, but it's good to see you playing and I just came back to the game.
Awesome, man. I'm not gonna say I 100% remember you, but honestly, names and faces do stick out, and yours is definitely one that looks familiar to me. So I don't remember any specific interactions we've had, but I recognize the face. How you been, man? Glad to see you again. The easiest way for me to remember people is when they have like unique names and pictures and stuff. So. What have you been up to? Glad that you're back to the game. Ready for 9.2? It's on its way. I mean, I think we even still have a chance to upgrade this, but if this guy didn't leave, I would probably would have easily upgraded this. Vampiric has 100% uptime pretty much because the CD reduces. No, not 100%, no, but it's like, it's pretty high. Are you using Red Thirst? Yep. Yeah, definitely use those things, 100%. If you're new, definitely use those things. I don't blame you. I have been away from streams for a year and WoW too. Gotcha, fair enough. Well, it's good to see you back, man, regardless. Hopefully everything was good for you during that time. 9.2 definitely looking good. Lots of exciting stuff coming in WoW, honestly. I am excited, at least personally. I can't believe nobody's even commenting on this. Fucking guy just left. I mean, he's not even, he's just like AFK. I don't even know what he's doing. Hopefully it was some kind of like emergency or something, because he's not even left the group. I've never seen anybody do that before.
Beware.
9.2 hype. Yes, I think so. I think 9.2 will be a good time to go strong for gear progression. It feels really slow right now. I don't know if it's gonna change much, to be honest, but hopefully. The tier set thing is gonna be pretty cool. The amount of times I've said I've never seen that before since swapping to Alliance is crazy. Yeah, fair enough. I've definitely never seen that before. Probably.
I must preserve your parts for later. Imbecile! I'm the one who made you!
You gonna use it? I'm just gonna use the hammer here too. Just because we really don't want to have this boss last longer than it needs to. Where's the warrior? Left. Hearth. It's an Elysian hold. Nice fucking land right there, man. That's pretty impressive. Warrior literally chilling in Elysian holds. I hope it was some kind of emergency or something, yeah, because otherwise I don't know where the fuck he's gone. This is an easy upgrade. I mean, I think it actually still is. It's gonna be a long last boss because we don't. Oh my god, stop fucking dying to that! That shit is so fucking annoying. It's people who just get meleeed by the boss and die. Like, dude, we have a chance here and you're fucking ruining it. Nah, now we're fucked. Well, we had a chance. If we just didn't have all of these guys up, we would have been alright. Maybe still, we'll see. And he missed. Got it that time. I'm dead though. Let's see how I live through this. Let's see. That's not too bad. Oh yeah, we don't have count, yeah. It's this guy.
Bad question shall be laid to rest.
I don't really know where you're supposed to kill this mob, but obviously not during the boss fight. Yeah, it's not going to be an upgrade though now. I still need to kill the pet too, so. But it'll be close. This is a long fight with basically 1 DPS on the platform the whole time. I believe. Well, you shouldn't, because there's no way it's going to happen. This is a very long fight when you only have 1 DPS fighting the boss the whole time, and we still have to kill the ad, which is going to take really long. That's like one of the highest health mobs in that area. Maybe cleave the pat? Nah, I don't think you can. Not with 1 DPS on the platform, right? He's just going to constantly knock people around and stuff if you... Like, he has the potential to kill people. So, it's not going to be an upgrade anyway.
Beware, can escape the storm.
Got hit by 2 things there, that's not good. Suboptimal. What is the yellow number on the top right of the boss's health bar? That's my DPS done to this target, part of Plater. I don't really use it very often, and I don't even... It's like the strata on it is so low that it's underneath the debuffs and stuff, so that tells you everything you need to know about it. But every once in a while it's useful to see, just in case I'm worried about my own DPS to the target threat-wise. It's the easiest way for me to see, like, threat potential, not necessarily threat loss. It's like, okay, I've done fucking 10k DPS to this target over the last 10 seconds. There's no way that mob's getting ripped off me, you know? But then you see a low number, it's like, oh, I better be careful. War bales, why people be like that? I assume it was some kind of emergency, because I've never seen somebody leave and not leave the group. Like, he's just gone, he's just AFK, so. Must have been some kind of emergency. And to be honest, I think this is actually what I did on when my mother broke her leg, so that's why I'm hesitant to judge. Pretty sure I just hearthed and fucking just ran away from the computer. Or maybe I didn't even hearth. I probably just, yeah, just probably went fully AFK, actually. Wow, I didn't know Plater had that feature. Yeah, it's in there. It needs details and Plater, but there's I think there's a few things that Plater and details can do together. People might disagree with me, but if vengeance on tanks come back, it would be nice. You mean the mob thing? Yeah. It would certainly be nice, but no, that's not. It was way too imbalanced. How do you feel about Resolve instead, the WAD version? Vengeance can't come back. Tanks do too much damage as it is, and in MOP, there wasn't like this crazy pressure for tanks to be worried about that in 5-mans, because like Mythic Plus wasn't really a thing yet. I mean, there was challenge mode, but it's like not really a problem yet. But now that Mythic Plus is so competitive, there's just no way you can. The tank would be the top DPS in every single key, right? So that can't really happen. Maybe in raids it would be somewhat acceptable, but can't really be a thing in 5-man. See, look, we're not even breaking the shield. The shield's literally just refreshing. I was trying to say before about having the 1 DPS thing. Yeah. Oh. Well, that's not good. The pet just went away. I went to refresh him and now he's gone. So yeah, I probably won't be taking this guy ever again. Just too much fucking effort, man. These pets are just not working very well this expansion. Resolve isn't too bad, but I miss doing top DPS as a tank. Yeah, that's definitely not good for the game. There would be no shortage of tanks then. Everyone would want to tank then. Yeah. If that's the only reason you want to play a tank, then I don't think the game should do. It should encourage that. What did Vengeance do? It gave you an amount of damage based on the amount of damage you took. So like you would have like if I got hit for like mad amount of damage, I would get like a massive attack power buff. Basically dominate the fucking key alone as a blood DK. Well, that was a very strange key. It's really sad how many keys were failing this week, though. This is not a hard week, and almost all of the failure has nothing to do with the week. So it would be like a Demon Hunter tank having spikes up constantly? No. You should just go look at mop challenge modes, and you'll see exactly what's going on. Brewmaster would literally, like, top DPS. It was actually insane. Good times when the tank did insane damage, too, yeah. Alright, well that was kind of a waste of time, but whatever. Fucking get that guy. Here, let's take a look. I could take a look at it on stream here. For those. Is the warrior actually marked AFK? Well, he's just sitting in Elysian hold, so he has to be AFK. Unless he's just constantly moving his character just to fuck with us. Project 3, man. This is always the place to look. Yeah, here we go. Okay, let's take a look at this. You guys want to see what tanking used to be like in 5-mans? Try to find... This is not really a very good dungeon for it, honestly, but... you can't really see it either because my camera's in the way. But anyway, you can... That's because he's mind control the pet. Let's try to find a good AoE pack. But anyway, you can see kind of the gist here. The tank is the top damage in the group. They're doing these keys with 3 people and still upgrading them, basically, is the equivalent. And the monk is the top DPS on pretty much every single pack. Okay, here's a good pack. Here, I'm just going to put my camera off so we can full screen this. Oops. What was that? See that bottom right? He's doing 70% of the group's DPS as the tank. He's doing 355k DPS, whereas the Resto Shaman, or the Ellie Shaman, is doing 121k DPS. Heh. It's not, man.
Unlucky key. Here's your Valor token.
It was very unlucky. I appreciate your generosity. That's pound, right? £5 or €5? Either way, thanks very much. Okay, you see reliably doing pretty much almost 2.5 times the group's damage. You'll see that on every single pack. So that's Brewmaster was also pretty tuned. Like even if you were just like fighting content out in the world, Keg Smash just hits fucking hard. It still does. But imagine if your Keg Smash hit like 10 times harder, and that would be what Vengeance would offer. So yeah, this guy, if there was an overall chart, this guy would be the top overall damage. That's a tank, and that would happen in every single dungeon now as well. Like that has nothing to do with monk and mop. That would be that way in every situation. But anyway, that's that. Let's keep doing keys. Plaguefall. Well, we probably still do need the 20, honestly. Back in the day, no one wanted me for next Ramus, so I dedicated my time to tank, and I got into every run for Oldor and ICC. Nice. Forgot to get your loot. I don't need it. It'll get mailed to me. I remember in Throne of Thunder, I would choose to fight with Guard. You took less damage than the whole raid combined. Oh, yeah. I don't really remember Throne of Thunder, but I remember Siege of Orgrimmar. I remember that that last... On Siege of Orgrimmar, a Garrosh Mythic, there was a mechanic that was supposed to hit you for, like, a nuts fucking number. Like, unbelievably nuts number. And if you Zen meted and got, like, maybe an external or something, I can't remember what you needed to do to survive. But basically, Zen med was the trick. It was like a 99% damage reduction at the time. Is it even still in the game? I think it might not be in the game anymore. Anyway, Zen meditation, 99% damage reduction. But you can't attack or do anything else. Anyway, so you'd get hit by that with Zen med up, and you'd get like a fucking... The bar of vengeance would just go from left to all the way full, basically. And then you would basically do like 5 times more damage than everyone else in the group for the next however long it lasted. So you'd basically like solo the boss. I don't think any other tank could actually do that, but maybe others could too. Zen med is still in. Oh, really? Interesting. It's still in the game at 60%. Interesting. How's the keys going? I was about to watch a VOD from you, but realized you were live. Ian Johnson, welcome. Oh, that's good. Not great today, unfortunately, but chipping away. Zen med does 60% DR on a single hit now. Oh, that's interesting. 5 minutes. Does it still stop you from attacking and stuff? That's a unique spell. Very unique spell. Now that we're going to have cross-faction play, will you play an Alliance race as main? I'm probably doing that anyway, but yeah. I guess so. The answer to your question is yes, yeah. I am going to be releasing a video on comparing Horde and Alliance in the next couple days, so... Just got to find a good time to release it. Ooh, look at that. Really big. That's nice. Oh, this is a world quest. No wonder why. The tank thing from Siege of Orgrimmar sounds degenerate as fuck. It was definitely not. Yeah, that was kind of like the last straw for the vengeance concept. It couldn't stay in the game. Are you saying you've changed to Alliance now? I'm playing an Alliance character right now. Can you not realize that? Do you not realize that? Yes, I've basically switched to Alliance as my main anyway. Even though my main orc is still an orc. My main character is still an orc. I don't really play it right now, and I have no plans on playing it anytime soon, so... I might as well be considered a main Alliance now, yes. And into the future, I probably will stay that way, because Alliance... I've always wanted to play the Alliance races anyway. So if you're giving me an opportunity to do that without much detriment, then I'm taking it. With Spiteful this week, should I switch to Venthyr this week? Switch to Venthyr this week? Slappy Hands has become dangerous. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know about Venthyr, honestly. I would really recommend checking out Night Fae if you were worried about that kind of thing. Night Fae will be even better for Spiteful. But yeah, I guess maybe just don't use. Probably just don't use the spell when the Necrolord, or don't use the Necrolord spell when the Spitefuls are spawning. Not sure if that's complicated to do or what, but God, this zone is just fucking amazing looking. They did such a good job with zones in Shadowlands. It's like all the basics of Shadowlands are just fucking spectacular. The zones, I quite like the story. I know it's probably controversial, but it's like all the basics of WoW. The questing, the zones, the storyline, the theme, the atmosphere, the music, all of that is just fucking spectacular. And if we just didn't waste so much time listening to people who don't know what they're talking about designing systems, it could have been easily the best expansion. Like 100% looked back as the best expansion. It's still really good. Classes too, of course. Classes are like the best thing about Shadowlands, if you ask me. The zones, classes, and the music. Those are the top 3 things about Shadowlands. It's a beautiful game. Yep. What made you swap? Well, so the main thing here is I was looking for something new. I've been playing Horde for an insanely long time, and a very difficult decision caused me to no longer be a raid leader on guild leader on Horde. So I was like, well, it's going to be difficult to keep logging on to that character and playing in that, in that situation. So I was like, I think it's time for something a little different. But ultimately what made me decide to I was just going to make a new character or something like that. Maybe try an alt for a while. But instead, the reason I wanted to play Alliance was because one of the last keys I did on my orc was a 21 necrotic wake. And this was on I'm pretty sure this was like a really easy week too. I can't remember the week, but I'm pretty sure it was a very easy week. And we had we were fighting Varuth. No, it was actually Arkalath right at the beginning. So we're like 4 pulls into the dungeon, probably like 2 minutes into the dungeon. And the shaman healer dies twice. So he dies, actually maybe even more, I can't remember, but he dies a few times to Arkalath by getting hit by the fire, okay? We are less than 5 minutes into the dungeon, one of the easiest dungeons ever in basically 15 years of dungeon creation, right? And the demon hunter leaves. And I lost my fucking mind. This was like the peak of me being really upset with the leaving. And I got really fucking upset. And so I posted the video of it because I do that when something completely unacceptable happens, which honestly has not happened a single time on Alliance, which is hilarious. But anyway, I post a video of when something extremely unacceptable happens so other people can be warned of it. And there was people in the comment section defending him. Saying he should, I would leave that too. If the healer dies, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, we're fucking 5 minutes into the easiest dungeon in the game. This is a fucking double upgrade key every single time you do it. You have to actively suck at this dungeon to not double upgrade it. I couldn't, that was it. I was like, I can't do this anymore. If this is what the game is going to be, and this is what Horde players are going to, like, if this is what players on the Horde are going to be like. At the time, I just thought it was the whole game. So I was, like, ready to just quit the game, honestly. And then I talked to a guy who I've known for a really long time. It was, like, perfect. It was, like, everything lined up so well. So I talked to a guy who I had known for a really long time. We actually went to BlizzCon together. And he was like, man, I am in serious trouble here, man. Like, my guild's breaking up. And I was like, oh, well, I know exactly what that feels like. And he's like telling me about all these problems they're having. And I was like, dude, you know what? I'm going to save you. I'm going to come and, I wish somebody had done that for me, but I'm going to come and do that for you. You know what I mean? And so his guild was like a heroic, they were like struggling to kill Sylvanas. Like they've been fighting fucking Sylvanas for like, months. Like they started pulling it in October and they didn't kill it basically until just a couple weeks ago, and they had a bunch of drama and a bunch of people leave and a bunch of bullshit. And I was like, I'm gonna come and fucking save you guys. I'm gonna come and save you guys. And so at first I didn't even realize they were Alliance. I was like, you know what, this is exactly what I need. I thought they were Horde. I never even asked him what faction he played on. And so when I logged on to try to do the raid the one night, he was like, oh, you have an Alliance character, right? I'm like, what, Alliance? No, I don't. And then so the rest was history. I was like, all right, I'm going to make an Alliance character. I'm going to gear it up. I'm going to get it all set up. And here we are, about 2 months later. I do have to say, I'm glad I haven't run into any of your pugging problems. Well, a lot of it is because you're not playing the tank. Most of my problems are because the tank's so stressful, the role is so stressful as it is, that when these fucking people put the stress on me even further, I just can't deal with it. And for a while, it was fine. You know what I mean? But after like a year of it, it's just like, this is not fun anymore. Wait, players don't leave an Alliance? Yeah, basically, yeah. It's shot. It sounds weird, right? It's like, you know, the people who get like defending like the whole Ragnaros thing on Horde as well. It's like it sounds like racist and dumb to say that people from Ragnaros are genuinely unskilled players. Probably sounds the same thing about Horde and Alliance. Like people on Alliance are just calmer. They don't really care. And I think a lot of that is because they're more, there's a lot more like mature, like people who are like more mature playing on here. It's kind of crazy. Almost everybody in this guild is like a professional. They're making like hundreds of $1,000s a year. I'm a fucking like complete loser in this guild. Like literally, I'm like the lowest socially in this guild. It's insane. It's kind of fucking insane. Everybody else I've ever played with has been more like me than not, right? Like it's very weird. And I assume that's just kind of the way Alliance is. Like all the people who are just like kids and they don't really have anything other in their life to aspire to, they go over to Horde because that's what all the fucking influencers they watch told them to do. And that's life, you know what I mean? So the people who are left on Alliance are far calmer and more, you know, they're not as worried about failure, I guess is the big thing. Anyway, you're a good dude. Hope you found clarity in the change. Sometimes we crack and it's not a good time. Well, I appreciate you saying that. Definitely, this has been the best thing that's happened to me in a long time, honestly. I agree that the Horde is more toxic in a way. I started there in Shadowlands and the experience is very different. Yeah, I wouldn't even say toxic, really. It's just like, they're just fucking really confused. Players who are like super mediocre trying to be like super hardcore, it's so frustrating. I've encountered like 2 people like that on Alliance. Honestly, like I would even say 1. I mean, I actually would. There's only 1 person who sticks out, and that was that fucking dumbass Resto Shaman who was playing Enhance and doing like 5k overall DPS, trying to tell me what I was doing wrong. And that dude was just, again, probably a Horde transplant. That monk actually that we just talked about yesterday, he was also apparently a Horde player. These people are coming over to play here because they think they're going to get the fucking title when they're not even close. They're like still 150 points away from getting the title even after last week, so good luck to them. Don't want the extra buff from the lev thing, huh? Do we have a Necrolord? No, we have no Necrolord. Horde transplant, I love it. This guy's Ventir too, so that means he's probably disciplined, right? Does it say that on there? No, he's holy. Alright, here we go.
So, the House of Eyes has finally sent someone to kill me.
Oh, man, I almost clicked the wrong thing. I was like a fucking pixel from clicking the wrong thing.
Will make quick work of you. Stradama's plague will soon be mine.
Mouse kind of slid more than I expected to off the map there.
Expel it with haste.
So there's no reason to get the slimes then if we don't have a Necrolord. And that's that for that. What's so funny, buddy? I'm not laughing. What? Okay, he's blaming me. What? Oh, here you go. Here's number 3. This one's gonna have to be a video, I think. It wasn't me. He pull while was invis. And then someone pulled the stuff. I didn't do any pull. Shut the fuck up. See, this is the difference between Horde and Alliance. Like, people are actually gonna call people out on their bullshit, too. Like, everybody knows. And he's blaming the mage now. Everybody knows, in this group knows that that guy's a fucking idiot, right? But the Alliance, they're more down to earth. They're more realistic, right? They're not gonna take this dude's side because he's fucking wrong, and they're gonna let him know he's wrong. You know what I mean? Another nice change. Don't worry, you'll have the opportunity to rewatch that in a couple days when that gets published. Funny thing is that happened to my healer 20 minutes earlier. I just looked, the lieutenant debuff broke his stealth pot while he was walking in. Oh yeah? Well then he should have been walking in a little faster. Unfortunate ending to that key, but... Mr. Meeseek's moment. Even if your pulling popped him out of invis, why wouldn't he just fade to reduce his aggro radius? I don't know about that, but everybody else was up there, so I'd recommend. See, this whole like healer is fucking bad and not running the right pace, and then I get blamed for this. I'm starting to get really sick of this. I'm starting to really get fucking sick of these people who are not ready to do what they're supposed to do, and then they blame me when I do something that causes some kind of complication for their failure. The priest probably gave you some prayer mending when you pulled and entered combat. Nah, I don't know. Whatever. Okay, 20. Let's see what we got out there. Hopefully some keys that aren't filled with idiots. This is actually a really easy week, too. It's such a shame that we're having such failures this week. Classic blame the tank. Yep. Hard to avoid, I guess. Blame it all on me. 100% of it's my fault. You just said Alliance wasn't like this. Well, you see the difference, though. Everybody is like gonna stand up, you know? They're gonna tell that guy that he did something wrong there.
Deathbag needs some exercise. Why not have it in fun?
Alliance is worse, if anything. You didn't do anything wrong. No, it's definitely not worse. Go and watch the streams or the keys from Horde. You'll see the difference. Horde stand up for the person too, not in my experience. Like I literally just told this story. Do you want me to retell it? But this is the same problem I have with the fucking Ragnaros conversation, because everybody thinks that just because there's one good Ragnaros player that completely absolves them from any problems, and it's just so weird. Like, I don't know how this happens. Like, you know what I mean? If that was the case, like, every problem in the world would be solved. It's like that. This isn't how the world works. There's millions of people exhibiting a trait, and what you look at is the average production of that trait. So what I'm saying is the average Alliance player is not as bad as the average Horde player. And from what I can tell, that is extremely true. It's just like not wrong in any way. And that's the same thing I've experienced with like the Ragnaros conversation and all this other shit. Horde would stand up for someone there, but it wouldn't have been the priest they stood up for. Yeah, anyway. Whatever. What do you think of the Blood DK's guide on Wowhead? No, they're way too, like, they don't get updated ever, it seems. Let's put it this way. At the end of BFA, there was a topic on the Mythic Plus section. I think I probably can still find the screenshot somewhere. But at the end of BFA, there was a topic in the Mythic Plus section of the Blood DK guide that referenced an affix that never existed. The affix was being tested on the 8.0 PTR beta or whatever, and it never actually came to the live game. But whoever made that section of the guide did that back then and never updated it the entire expansion. And it's like, that's not good. That's fucking not good. And I don't know if that's because Wowhead doesn't give them access to update the guide, or if they just genuinely don't care or something, but Wowhead guides in general, and nothing to do with the Blood DK guide, Wowhead guides in general are a good place to start if you have no idea what to know about a class. But once you become like an advanced player, don't look at that, and don't ever try to base anything on that. We do need Miss 20, I think. Yep. The way that priest ran was very strange. He just stops and falls so hard behind. Yep. Yeah, I mean, in general, like, we have to keep moving there. Like, you know, people are gonna if you don't run the right fucking way, your pot is not gonna last long enough. I barely make it, and I have Night Fae, you know what I mean? So, gotta make sure you're actually paying attention. Let's take a look at, where's this gone? I moved it off the page. I'm interested in seeing what happened there, honestly. The priest is way behind out of the gate. Oh yeah, the meta achievements. It's really good. I really like that. And their Jewel one is like fucking awesome. Some pretty cool runs. Yeah, okay, so he's just super behind basically. Let's watch that from the start. Yeah, he's just like stops for some reason. Probably fumbling with his he's not ready to use his potion. But my invis pot is running out in 3 seconds, 2 seconds. I don't pull it any earlier than I should have, unless you want me to sit there and wait for like 10 seconds after the invis pot's over. He's also lagging, it looks like. But yeah, he's nowhere near where he should be when that gets pulled. Not even fucking close. I think he's lagging, honestly. I think that's the bigger issue. But he's basically a full person behind while we're running. Invis pot's 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. Pull it basically as the invis pot ends. And everybody else, yeah, it's like the boss like puts like the debuff on people. And he kind of like lags too. He talked like a rag player. Yeah, I think that was definitely a rag player. See, the thing about alliances, you can't see them easy because they're not playing on Ragnaros. But I don't know. Yeah, let's see. I'm pretty sure you can see him lag. Just kind of watch this corner of the screen. See, there's this guy who has no problem, even though he's still invis. It takes like 5 seconds for that to actually happen. He is not even fucking close. Yeah, that dude is nowhere even close to where he should be at this point. He's like 10 seconds behind where he should be at this point. So, yeah. Can't be taking responsibility for that one, unfortunately. It's kind of... Anyway, we got some beers in the key. Gonna do 20 mists. Iron Bark, that's the name of the spell, right? Yeah, Bark Skin, that's the name of the defensive. Iron Bark is the name of the spell. Especially when you have Fade. So what does Fade do there? I don't really know what that does. Doesn't Fade just reduce the amount of threat you generate? Healer that blames a tank when they are bad is quite triggering. Well, it's frustrating that now 2 times in 2 days I've been blamed for the healer being a slow-moving player. It's like, what the fuck do you want me to do, dude? I'm not gonna just assume that you're fucking lagging or whatever it's going on. Like, I really don't get it. I don't, like, I really can't understand that. It's like, if that happened to me, it's like, I get it, it's unfortunate. And maybe if we were in Discord or something like that, it wouldn't have caused a wipe, but it's like, I have no way to predict that you're gonna lag and not run the direction you should run. I can't just sit there and expect that to happen. It reduces the aggro range, does it? Fade? I think you're thinking of Mind Soothe. It doesn't matter though. That guy was literally standing right on top of that pack when he was, and it wasn't pulled early either. Like, it was pulled exactly when I would pull every other time we've ever done that. So, plus that guy was Venthyr. I mean, I guess that doesn't really help, but okay, I gotta look that up because that's not what I expected Fade to do. Let's see, Fade, Wowhead. Fade out, removing all your threat. Oh, what is this? Enemies have a reduced attack range against you. Huh. That's a new thing, huh? No, Fade does that also, but that's just for the priest. Mind Soothe is for everyone else. Interesting. And if you combine both, you can nearly walk in front of the mob. Wow. When did they... This must have been Shadowlands, right? Fade rank 2, level 17. Fade now reduces the range at which enemies will attack you. Holy shit. That's funny, I never knew that existed. Is this a holy only thing, or is this all priests have this? I'm lagging. Well, maybe I shouldn't while I'm streaming. That's interesting. That's, yeah, historically not what what Fade did. Guess I'm wrong. Yeah, I mean, I was wrong too. Historically that's not what Fade did. That must be a Shadowlands thing. All. Not sure about Shadow, but Holy and Disc have it. Gotcha. Yeah, it's probably all. Oh, that's what he's saying. All. I see. Yeah, all. Interesting. I had no idea. All right. We have a Demon Hunter now. Perfect. Very good. So we could invis pot at the start, and then Demon Hunter can help us skip. Seems like a... Yeah, it's all spec. Let's get this mail out of my inventory here. But it wouldn't have mattered in that instance. Yeah, it didn't matter. He was in a terrible spot regardless of where he was. No matter what happened there, it was not going to work. Basically, you fade for the damage reduction via the conduit. Yeah, that's what I thought we were talking about, a conduit.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles, like you.
And is it Arcalath here? I think it's probably Varuth this week. Yeah, it's Varuth. Okay. Won't be pulling that then. Too risky. Alright, we eat up. I use Fade all the time on pull to stop mobs running to me when tank is generating. Oh, that's funny. So you play a priest and you didn't even know that it said that. That's funny. Yeah, that's really good. That's a really good use for it. Another Resto Druid. Yeah, they're really common on Alliance. Not a good healer to pair with Blood Decay, but it's not really a problem either.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Guys got the Thunder Fury Transmog. I only Mind Soothe for Radius, like you said, yeah. I mean, I guess in keys, there's no reason to ever not do that. What? Holy fuck, that's not good. I think we're alright, though. Yeah, we're fine. Luckily, as Night Fae, I can make that mistake and still have plenty of movement speed. If that happened to me as non-Night Fae, though, that would have been pretty much the key right there. And that pretty much only happened because I was Night Fae, though. So, oh, it's Arcalith. Alright, let's still not do it. It's too risky. This key's too easy this week. Remember King's Rest is Blood Decay. Resto could carry you by spam healing you on the gauntlet. Resto was a lot stronger in that expansion, so yeah, I do remember that, but... I also remember how much stronger the spec was at that point. Although I do think it was overrated in that expansion as well. It was always bad with Blood Decay, regardless of how good its HPS was. Like, just like not judging my range very well. I keep trying to aggro shit and I'm not close enough to aggro it. I'm like, why am I not aggroing it? What's happening? And then I look, I'm not in range. But DK got shitty Azerite traits, if I remember correctly. Did they? I don't really remember, to be honest. I think there was the 1 or 2 cool ones, but yeah, they weren't very good, I think, yeah. No, there was that really, really cool one, Embrace of the Dark Fawn, I think it was called. It gave you a lot of leech after Vamp Blood ended. And I actually got into like a fucking war with somebody about this. I was like, dude, this is the best Azerite trait in the game. And they're like, no, it's not. It's not even good. I'd say it's awful. I'm like, dude, you're eventually going to be able to stack 3 of these. Imagine what 3 of these are going to be like in the last season. And they're like, it's not going to get that far. I was like, what are you talking about? And it got fucking removed. It was like the guy knew that they were going to remove it. They actually removed it in season 2. And I think Blizzard knew that maybe the whole time. They're like, yeah, this trait cannot keep going in this direction. I was able to get like 30% leech with 3 of those in season 1. I was like, dude, you're going to have 100% leech at the end of the expansion. I was like, this is the best Azerite trait in the game. But anyway, yeah, it got fucking removed. That was like the only good one. The only one that was interesting. Eternal Rune Weapon was also interesting. But it was not. Nowhere near as cool as what we have in Shadowlands and Legion.
The creature is slain. Now, claim its power as your own.
But you get Azerite traits for Garbo, yeah. I don't really remember any of them besides those 2, so that probably tells you everything you need to know. I think there was that haste one or something that everybody like looked at good numerically, but I never really liked it. I don't even remember what I used, to be honest. I think I had 2 of the Eternal Rune Web. I don't know, I really can't even remember that system. Azurite traits were definitely not a very good system. They had the potential to be good, but what they needed to do was have like 6 options instead of 2. And make them all like slightly weaker. It would have been a much cooler system if you could actually like mix and match them more. Kind of like how, no, I'm not even really sure what to, oh my god, why did we ban ours? Christ. Anyway, I guess that's fine. But yeah, I think there's other systems, maybe like corruption, I guess. Maybe it was a little bit more like corruption. Not really though. I don't know. You and cop leveling tomorrow? I guess so, yeah. I haven't heard that we're not yet, so we'll see. I think we are. I miss Blood DK stamp stacking, Twilight Dev. Oh yeah. I didn't use that. My favorite one was my favorite one was Ineffable Truth.
One of the more ruthless Maw-Sworn draws close.
I don't know what that, the misfail, what is that? Is that the trash? I guess that's the trash. Where you going? Oh, you're gonna pull the boss. Unbelievable. Well, that's not good. Okay, reset. Yeah, that's probably the best case scenario there. Probably don't want to get feared by Ruth into the boss. Gotta wait for it to respawn now. This is not going to be good, less timing wise. Yeah, just use it on the pull, honestly. Good choice. Hopefully that's going to be a good indication of what comes here. Just made chicken burgers. Damn. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing? The way you say it, it sounds like a bad thing. Well, that was a good loss. We really got everything we wanted out of that, honestly. We should probably do that more frequently. I don't know if saving the trinket there to do bigger damage to Ingram Malik is better than using it on 2 targets now. Probably not. It was good. It was a good damn. Gotcha. Hot damn. Like that, huh? Do you like the Lieutenants more than Pridefall? And do you have any thoughts about the Season 3 affix so far? Well, I do have a whole video on the Season 3 affix, yes. But in terms of the first 2 seasons, the Pridefall was a really good idea. It was just way too fucking difficult. And I didn't realize that until it was over. It was probably my favorite affix thematically, too. I love Denathria. It's one of my favorite characters ever. I really do miss Season 1 in that way. But my god, was it harder than Season 2, right? So definitely don't miss that, honestly. The thing that's nice about Season 2, the affixes are very boring at times. It's the same, I take the exact same thing every time. But the creativity that you can do when pulling them is unique. And they're very powerful. They're way more powerful than the Pride buff over the course of the dungeon. And that's what has me worried about Season 3. But now they did just buff them recently. Before that, I would definitely say that they were not going to be powerful enough to actually pull. Like, I genuinely thought people would just not pull them. You know what I mean? Or they would do everything they could to skip them or not engage with them. And I'm still slightly worried about that. But other than that, it seems like I love the concept that you're going to have a lot of them. It seems really cool. But, like I said, that makes me worried that... Because you have to kill those guys, right? Every time they come, you have to put a lot of damage into the killing of them, you know? So, that's a bit of an issue. That needs to be offset by the power they give you, and I'm not sure that's going to be the case. And if it's not, then people are just going to skip them. And that would be bad. Unholy DK pumping, nice. I didn't even notice. It's good to see. Unholy DK is pretty good. It's not the worst thing for keys. Man, these fucking spitefuls though, man. Such a pain in the ass this week. To be honest, that is a pretty big issue. Oh, we were... Oh, Night Elf. Wait a second. I do too, Faxi. I hope that people will agree with that. Because it seems like the perfect one to get frequently, doesn't it? With both elements of it now. Before it was not very attractive, but I'm really glad they make those changes. But anyway, I'm still worried about Season 3 because we're going from an affix that has tons of free damage reduction for me as a Blood DK to one that will probably offer me none. We'll see. I guess if everybody agrees that we should take the CDR one, that could be pretty good for Blood DK anyway. I imagine having Dancing Rune Weapon up. I pretty much have some component of Dancing Rune Weapon up for about 50% of a dungeon right now. So imagine having that up for about 75% of a dungeon. Yeah, that's sounds pretty good to me, so. Those fucking spitefuls, man.
No fooling you.
Everything's coming up Dancing Rune Weapon though next season though. It feels like such a good, like everything is gonna go really well with Blood DK. I'm really looking forward to that. Isn't tier set buffs your damage? Correct. Pretty much the case for all tanks though. I think people kind of forget about that. But I think Blood DK needs it the most and they're getting it in a really good way. I really like how it's gonna work. Alright. And we missed that interrupt, so that's really bad. Bears damage, I saw that, yeah. But I've seen a lot of pictures of Paladins as the top overall damage, so. Don't know what's gonna happen there. God, that's dangerous. Pharaohs, I saw that, yeah. They like apologized. Did you see? Did you read what they wrote? They're like, we're so sorry this spec sucks every single fucking season. Thank you so much for not giving up on it. Oh my god, I should have made a video about that. That's like the funniest thing I've ever seen typed by a Blizzard employee. Oh, that was so funny. That just made me laugh so bad when I saw that. This is one instance I feel like every DPS should be forced into taking Volcanic just for the maze. Yeah, it definitely helped. This is definitely a good one for it too. No reason not to take it in this dungeon. I wanted to play DPS next season and already leveled up Frost Mage and he got gutted. I wouldn't say that. That's, you don't seem to understand how good Frost Mage was looking like it was going to be. Yeah, honestly, I mean, if you think That's probably not the spec for you then if you think it's that is gutted. Maybe find something you enjoy more than what numbers it offers. Feral changes were funny. That post was so... it's almost like sad at this point. Instead of being 30% ahead? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, you're getting them right now. Doesn't really matter. This pack doesn't do anything anyway.
Beware.
18% better and still a ton of... Yeah, Mage is still going to be a top pick next season, 100%. We have a lot of count. This is nice. Nice Frost Mage nerfs. Love to see that. Gotcha. Well, that's pretty much it for this. 12 minutes, I didn't realize. Yeah, see, this doesn't actually help us here, pulling this trash like this. We just end up missing a lust anyway. It's nice, but I don't know. We should have used a lust at some point if we were going to do that. This just does not work because aggroing the extra shit. I'm surprised Palliateer hasn't been nerfed yet. Yeah, it is nuts. Like, saw people doing like 20k overall as a prop pally.
No fooling you.
And Ellie Shaman. Rare to see those. Every tank tier set is nuts? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're right, actually, 100%. Spitefulls have just killed this key. Single-handedly killing this key, it's crazy. know about that one.
One of us is not like the others.
Is it this one? Plaguefall is brutal. Did it 22 minutes yesterday and we were 5 minutes over time. And in some dungeons the week is fine, but I guess in this one it's really bad, yeah. It just slows you down so significantly in that maze area. We do have 72% counter rate though. I think that actually means we're just gonna be over count though. I think we pulled too much. I'm not actually sure. I've never seen that much stuff pulled, so I don't actually know where that takes us. Oh, sweet, it's on me now. Thanks a lot. That's really helpful. Okay, it's over there. Man, you remember when you used to be able to grip that and stop that cast and it just wouldn't try to recast it? There was a lot of really weird bugs in the beginning of the expansion. Try using pot to skip some of the ads? Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to, I think, yeah. It's just fine, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no. Wait, is it? Yeah. I'm attacking the wrong one. I don't know, some add-on fucking this boss fight up. This boss fight is like lagging like crazy. I don't know what the fuck it is. Could be this details, yeah. I don't know what the hell is going on there. Yeah, we might need to skip that whole area, honestly. Can we imprison that? I don't actually know how you do that. Think Dune Hunter can imprison one? Yeah. Come on. I hope I'm not wrong about that. I guess it doesn't matter though, because there's still the other side of the area that you can't really fail with. That pack is really inefficient if you're not going to pull Sogadon, so seems like the right choice regardless. Yeah, I don't think 5 minutes is enough to do all this stuff. There's no way. This is enough count? No, I don't think it is. Maybe. Yeah, we don't have lust for the last boss anyway, so this is gonna be a very, if it's not enough count, I think it is enough count actually. Nope. So that's the key right there. Looks like you're gonna make it. Nope. No, it doesn't. If that was enough count, then that would have been an upgrade for sure. Someone would have already quit. Perhaps.
Become so much more. You can't escape. Beware. Devour them. You were tempting.
I'm so far behind on runes. He is dead.
No avoiding this one. Beware.
And we have no resist for him, so yeah, that's more nails and more coffins.
You can't escape. Beware.
I just can't get anything going this week, man. It's kind of crazy. This affix, though, definitely had a big impact on this dungeon, so at least this is finally a dungeon that you can blame the affix for.
Your actions are easy to anticipate. The lightless abyss of your sight, my progeny shall sate their hunger.
You always want less for this boss. And this is one of the big problems with this dungeon is it's such a short dungeon that you really can't be wasting lusts. And it happens all the fucking time. If people don't lust properly, I don't actually know how it took us so long to get the lust on the first, like I don't know why that was so bad. Is this guy gonna break this link or not really? We're the only two people alive, dude. Okay, good, you can just die, whatever. I haven't timed anything over 20 so far this week, and I'm 5 run deeps. I've had some good keys as well that indicate that we should be fine, but
I can predict your every word.
I'm actually sure what happens with Mind Link. Just doesn't do anything. How are so many people not able to dodge? I'm not sure. Unskilled. He's still gonna try to mind control me?
I can predict
I guess so. This fight seems pretty easy to solo. I'm just gonna keep summoning more and more bugs though, so maybe that's an issue. We'll find out together.
I can predict your every word. The lightless abyss of your sight.
We do have a res. I'm gonna battle res at DPS. I'm just gonna fucking die again. I hate the fact that the Spitefuls have to die. Yeah, that they really should try to change that, honestly. Not sure they have the ability to change it. Like, I don't know what's technically behind that decision. I imagine it's not a decision that they just made, you know what I mean? This reminds me of Legion. Same here. Is that thing where he jumps to the middle of the room and does all that shit? That's a phase based on health, I guess. I had no idea. I thought that just happened every once in a while. It's funny.
I can predict your every word.
Abyss of your psyche.
Your actions are easy to anticipate.
Every 33% health. That's interesting. My 21 missed just to span at the pack before last boss. Sad. Yeah, that is sad.
Such exquisite knowledge.
Blood DK top damage. Well, everybody else was dead, so that doesn't hurt. Well, that's a shame. At the end of the day, it wasn't even really the affix that caused the problem, so... The druid was so impressed he immediately asked. That's funny. Self-healing for the win, correct. Key's not even over yet. That's funny. Metro soloing a boss after the team died. A tale as old as time. Yeah, the solo saves are really a big part of why I enjoy Blood DK, honestly. Big part. Alright, what else we got out there? That's it. Literally it. So I guess we're... I think I might wait, to be honest, because I really don't need to do that key a fourth time this week. Oh, there we go. 22 halls. Blood DK, best mythic plus healer. Yes, definitely. 100%. So we can get into that one. Keep churning out those high value missions for experience. So we can go do the Revendreth thing. No, delisted. Unlucky. Oh, relisted. Another Resto Druid. What add-on is that for the mission map? It's called Venture Plan, but it doesn't. It requires a lot of work to get working for recent days. What size key you've done? 23, yeah. Did a 23 on my old character, and we did 123, but it failed to finish last week. Okay, let's see. Any news on Wowhead? Upcoming free character transfers for Classic Season of Mastery. Oh, wow. They're offering those realms 2 Shadow Strike. That's interesting. Oh wow, look at that mount. Gorgeous. Anointed proto stag. God, that's nice. Oh, we've been invited. Great. No Necrolord. Or no Venthir. Maybe they could make you able to go through the mist door once all the mobs associated with that room are dead. Well, I mean, that sounds like the obvious solution, and the fact that it doesn't work that way is a big issue. Wait, what are we doing? Second vial. Wait, what is this? How do you handle the second vial? Do you pull that room to the left, or do you run back and pull the other room just after the first boss with all the little ones? Oh, wait. I'm so confused. Okay, that guy's confused. Okay, good. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? He's still talking about sanguine. Yeah, I was so confused. I was like, what am I missing? What the hell is a vial? Ultimate confusion, yeah. Oh, God. Alliance gamer. Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna keep an eye on him, this key. Let me know how it goes. Let me know. Have you listened to any of the new 9.2 music yet? Oh, no, I haven't actually. You can get that on Wowhead or something. Oh yeah, there's a post. Over 4 hours of music added, including the Lion's Pride remix. What? Uh-oh. Dark Moon Dance, Lion's Pride. Dark Moon Dance. That's a new feature, isn't it? Oh. Quite good. Very good. See, this is why I like Alliance, man. They got the best everything. Get that super useful resto DPS. Better than I'd expect, to be honest. So. Oh yeah, Kyrian too though, so that's not the best. Yeah, we see a lot of resto druids on Alliance though, unfortunately. Gorgeous. That's a title? What is that? Okay, I don't think this is 22, isn't it? I don't think we can afford to go left here, unfortunately. It's just going to be too dangerous, I'd imagine. So we'll take a nice slow route through this. And hopefully it won't bite us in the ass. Need to reapply a flask. And food too. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fire mage. Nice grip there. Another fucking guy who dies to the goddamn deadly thrust constantly. Waiting for DK to get frontaled, so you didn't have to wait very long. Yep, there it is. I just got glasses recently after suffering with blurry vision for a while. Notice my eyes get super dry a lot lately. Is that a glasses thing? Not for me, no. But I've always had glasses. Like, I got glasses when I was in 2nd grade. So I don't actually know. Sounds like a personal problem, correct. Definitely a personal problem. Definitely not a problem with WoW, that's for sure. Saline drops, bro. Saline drops. Oh, yeah. What happens after that? You have to pick it back up or something? Oh, I have 9 stacks of bleed. That's probably not good. I would say definitely not good. Okay, we got the gargoyle.
For the Maragda stains this realm.
They're just a cure for dry eyes. Oh, like an eye drop. I thought you meant you dropped something. I didn't get it at first. It looks like they're already struggling. Right, they're playing a Resto Druid. This is what every single Resto Druid is going to look like. This is just how the class works. That doesn't mean we can't succeed with them, though. I'm sure that's what that guy's name is. Jarthus. So many DKs named after Arthas and so many Demon Hunters named after Illidan, huh? Do you feel overwhelmed by all the content WoW has to offer? Yeah, definitely. I would say overwhelmed is the right phrase for sure. There's definitely times when it feels like there's no possible way I can play all this content. And it honestly kind of is, you know, upsetting at times too, because it's like, fuck, man. I really want to do all these things, and it just... What happens for me is, like, it's a weird feeling, but what happens for me is, like, I get so overwhelmed by it that I just, like, I do nothing. Instead of level alts and do all this other shit I've been talking about doing for a year now, I just do none of it. And I don't like that, you know what I mean? I wish my brain didn't work that way, but it seems to be what happens. At least this is Arcalath.
A great evil lurks nearby. Expel it with haste.
Holy fuck. I'm happy I'm not the only one. I'm struggling to focus on one thing. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly how it is for me. It's like I want to do all these different things, but Blood DK and Mythic Plus as Blood DK is just so fun that it just kind of makes everything else feel like it's not really even worth doing. Even though I would like to experience it. So I just end up not doing it, you know? Yeah, Spiteful does slow the key down pretty substantially though at times. This is just a really bad week for melee, honestly. At least we only have one in this group.
Now claim its power as your own.
For the master, like all the rest.
What's down there? Oh, perfect. So, no, it's Frost guy. Fuck. Alright, we'll just go for this next then. Retro, you pick up a copy of Pokemon Arceus? No, I don't even own a Switch. I actually like intentionally avoided looking at it, so I didn't get. I didn't feel like I needed to go out and spend a bunch of money on that. Because I know it doesn't have a long term. Like, it's just not going to be a game that I'll play long term, regardless of how good it is. I saw like, Breath of the Wild is just probably the better game anyway, and I still haven't. I just don't ever have time for any of these things. So. I was about to ask you if you played Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is like probably one of my favorite games ever that I never played. Probably my favorite game that I never played a lot. Ever. 100%. I fucking adore the concept of it. But, yeah, I just don't have time. Too many other games to play. Well, not even true. Too much WoW to play is more the issue.
Amar's dark magic coalesces here. Remove it at the source.
Nice, went on me. Oh wait, did it? It did, but I just AMS too late. Try and drop those stacks quick thing.
Creature is slain. Now, claim its power as your own.
$20 minutes right there, I don't know. Might not be good. 22 though, so I don't know. Can't expect craziness. I don't feel like we've done any major errors. Did a key with the Kyrian Disc Priest yesterday, and they just could not heal. Just ended up spamming Shadow Mend. That's how it goes, you know. That's not uncommon. Barely used Ascended Boon either. Oh, jeez. The Mighty Frost Mage nerfs. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Pretty big, but it was needed, and I don't think it's even that big. It's gonna suck in single target, though, I think. George, welcome back again, my friend. How you doing today? All right. Shocking amount of damage from what doesn't appear to be much at all. Might have gotten hit by the frontal thing, I guess. Oh my fucking god, dude. This spec. Jesus Christ, dude. It's wild. It had to be the frontal again, right? Time looking tight? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get it. Doesn't really even look tight to me. It looks way over. And we lost here. Okay. Honestly, though, in terms of time, this might be the better lust. Just the second boss is far dangerous, far more dangerous. So far against this back wall here that I can't actually fucking see. Well, only 3 deaths and not overcount or anything at all, and we're going to be really strapped here. Long boss for Fort Week, you think? Not sure I would say that. Good interrupting there. It's good. Nice on me. We didn't even kill any of the ads, so that was kind of frivolous. Yeah, it's just no way. Not even close to enough time. We're gonna be like 5 minutes over, I think. These bosses are definitely not taking. I don't know. Last thing on this boss is seems like you have to do it. Things become really slow when you have to keep constantly killing these ads over and over again.
One of the more ruthless Marsworn draws close. Be ready.
I don't have AMZ, yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to save rune weapon because we're gonna need it for this next pack. Nobody noticed. Notice sometimes if I use AMS, the healing debuff doesn't get applied during. Sometimes it still says though the healing debuff.
To the victor goes the anima. Claim your power, Maw-walkers.
Oh my fucking god, man. Just like comes out of nowhere, all of a sudden everything's fucking destroyed. No, okay, now we're really in trouble. Gonna have to do a risky pull to have a chance. We're doing it as well, and I still don't think we have a chance. Oh, God, are you serious?
Beware. You approach a powerful servant of the jailer.
Good. We're getting them?
Your penance is at hand.
So both of these bosses have to be 2-minute fights, I think, for this to be possible. This one might be
You must face your punishment.
hot here.
Their pain shall enlighten you. Their pain shall enlighten you. You must face your
Oh, you were talking about the lieutenant. Yeah, I've noticed that as well. I remember when I was soloing this, I noticed that as well. And I don't understand why, because it doesn't make any sense.
Their pain shall enlighten you.
Yeah, and we can't move him. I was gonna move him, but then this guy put his wild spirits down.
Their pain shall enlighten you.
Okay, 2-minute fight. Still in it, guys. Not really the best comp for this next room, but Fire Mage is pretty good for it. See what happens. Under 2 minutes, 1 minute 40 seconds. Pretty good. Everybody's all split up. That's not good. Yeah, it's not going well. I think we do end up pulling it out. It was sloppy, but they did everything they needed to do there. Yeah, as long as this last boss doesn't kill people, we got it. 2.5 minutes is really all you need for this last boss, I'm sure, with Lust.
I tire of your boorish presence. It seems. Be gone, rabble! I am losing my patience.
It's an interesting key then, huh?
Feel the weight of your sins. Pitiful wretches.
I used to think like 10 minutes left after that second boss was not great. But I think since they added the extra minute, I don't know if that actually makes any sense at all. It just seems like I've done that a few times now. Did you quit your Horde DK? Haven't been around for bits. Yeah, I'm done playing Horde, at least for this season for sure. Almost too easy, the key. I don't know about that. Not gonna say that, that's for sure.
Your pride undoes you. You are beneath my contempt.
See, I knew that was coming. Please don't do this shit, guys. Please. Just fucking dodge the statues. We have 3 reses, though, so at least it won't wipe us. But, as expected, the DK was the problem. You did pretty good, though. Considering you didn't know what dungeon had what buff in it. Could have been a lot worse. Statues are scary, are they? Good, then avoid them.
Feel the weight of your sins. Out of my way.
Keys are pretty hard though, because that really, other than the Death Knight, basically, we didn't have any actual issues in this key, and we still barely upgraded it. But yeah, we got that done. That was actually pretty straightforward. 12 points. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! 2,500 on the fucking dot. Fuck you, all you haters who said no way you can get to 2,500. No fucking chance. You'll never do it. Eat the fucking dick, man. We got 2,500 on the dot. Also, fuck the side group of haters who said it's not even possible to get 2,500 on the dot. Yeah, sure, I might get 2,500, but maybe 2,549, 25 something, 5 after that, and then we'll be on the dot. So fuck all you guys. I got both. You know what? That's what happens, man. When you apply yourself, when you're dedicated, when you play with guys who don't even know what the fucking dungeon is, what the requirements are, you eventually get 25 on the dot. Can't wait for 24.99.8 on Radar. See, Faxi, such a fucking hater, dude. I put up with your Bill Belichick bullshit for fucking 8 years, and you're gonna rob me of that 2,500 on the dot, man. I just can't. That frustration is peaking, man. Road to 2,600 starts. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we can still beat our other DK. I don't know. I think we have time for one more key though, but maybe I should go. It's almost 4 o'clock right now. Let's just see if there's any quick key. No, there are no keys. Period. So, all right. Anyway, that's probably a good place to stop for the day. But yeah, 2500 on the dot. Look at that. Am I too late, Stromy? You are too late, bro. You came in here and talked all this fucking shit for 4 or 5 weeks now saying there's no fucking way you can get 2,500 on the dot. You said this shit on Reddit, on fucking Pornhub, every fucking place I saw you. Every fucking... He's running his mouth. 2,500 on the dot? Lol, lol, lol. It's impossible. There's just no fucking way he does it. And guess what? Proven you wrong yet again. Fucking 25, 2.5k gamer on the Alliance. Stromy, get fucking blown out, bro. What's up, man? How you doing? Peace, Metro. Beefy. Yeah, I guess I'll probably go. But I saw this dude all over the place, running his mouth. I mean, I don't even know. Anyway, I probably don't have another key. Time for another whole key anyway, so that's, I guess that's that. There's not even any keys up right now, so let's see, 22. Yeah, there's no keys up right now anyway, so. Pornhub shit talk is the worst. Oh, it's the worst, man. Yeah, no doubt. Okay. Anyway, oh yeah, let's go turn that in at least. We can go turn that in. Says you're 2498.4 for some reason. That's weird. Well, I don't care. As long as it says it in games, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Get told, Stromy. Yeah, Stromy. Why don't you check yourself before I wreck yourself? Nah, I don't know. Just having fun. You get accepted to 23 and 24 now, do I? Well, they'd have to exist. That's the hard part. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Last 2 weeks have been a wild ride, but we managed to get pretty much everything we wanted to get done. 2498.4. See, he's still running his mouth. This guy literally can't even accept the fact that he lost. You lost, bro. I did it. I did the impossible. 2,500 on the dot. Radar I was wrong. It's gonna have to. I'm gonna call for a recount. Not the add-on, but the action. Stromy's at least 30k IO. What the fuck? 30k? Are you serious? How did you even get that high? That's really high. Alright, well anyway, that's pretty much it for the stream. I'm gonna just go ahead and do some things real quick before I log off for the day. And then we'll be back tomorrow with some Season of Mastery, likely. And Friday we'll be back with some keys. I'm working on leveling a Resto Shaman on Alliance here that I'll play at some point as the season closes. But we'll see what happens. Me and Fat Gucci. Oh my god. I forgot about that. Jesus Christ. Anyway, later, Chris. Thanks for stopping by, man. Glad that you're here and glad that you enjoyed today. Hopefully, go put these auctions up and then we're gonna close it off. We're about 20 million combined. That's really high. Well, you said only 30k, so that means he's like carrying you though. 20 million. 30k combined into 20 million. So that means the other dude's 19.70k IO. 19.70. I don't even know how you would put that. Did I tell you I was in a guild with him? Oh, really? No, I thought it was just a joke. Who is that? Is that somebody we know? I think it's a rapper, dude, so it's probably not the same guy. He's actually a normal Jude. He just uses that as a troll account. Oh, wait, what? Oh, so you knew him the whole time and you knew he was here the whole time as a troll. Because I think that is just the name of a rapper. $32. Never really played with them. I forget how it came up. I'd see. Probably a coincidence. Nope, found out after he stopped popping in a chat. Oh, that's weird. Weird. And 12, and that's it. Someday that'll solve. All right. Well, anyway, great way to end the stream. Pretty excited about that. 30 seconds off the timer there. That was pretty nice. Saw someone with 3.1k the other day. I wonder what keys he does. Yeah, definitely. That's one of the best players in the world. Let's quickly take a look at that. Actually, I'm interested in seeing that. That's one of the best players in the world, in fact. You probably walked by somebody who's like a celebrity. Yeah, you walked by somebody who's like a celebrity. 3.1 is top, 30s. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it looks like maybe some 30s. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with Season of Mastery, and if not, then we will see you on Friday and Saturday, and that's that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.